Hey Leo, Mariah here. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing really well. I want to thank each and every one of you for the warm well wishes as I've been recovering through my health issue as of late. And I just want to thank you guys for holding it down on the channel since I've been away, but we're back like we haven't skipped a beat. And of course, I want to get into your reading and see what's going on with you, Leo. So let's take a look. Let's see what is going on and what is happening for you guys at this time. Since June is pretty much over, let's look at your July, right? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors for Leo, what is it that they're needing to know with their month of July? Please be honest, truthful, and as transparent as possible. The Five of Cups is coming up in the reverse. What else does Leo need to know at this time? The Chariot. Your joy disturbs their demons. Ooh. Your joy does disturb somebody's demons here, Leo. I kind of bring it back to you because you are a chosen one. And if you know that you're a chosen one, let me know in the comments if you definitely feel that you've been selected, right? Many have been called, but only few are really chosen to be able to rise to the occasion. And it feels like you're one of those people that you've been called and you've been the one that's been chosen to rise to the occasion time after time after time. It feels like I'm speaking on a person that is relentless when it comes to not only your pursuits in life, but when it comes to your heart. It feels like you have a heart that is like 3 times the size of your body. You're the type of person that will give the shirt off your back. You're the person that even if you ain't got it, you're gonna still try to be there and help other people, whether they need the help or they don't. It's like you've always extended yourself beyond belief, not only to other people, but to other causes that you feel are really important to you. And this may have put you in positions throughout your life where you may have felt abused by others or taken advantage of. This may have put you in positions where you felt like you had to question or even prove your worth to others. And this may have affected maybe your own sense of self-worth or self-esteem throughout time and time again, being the one that always showed up and rise to each and every occasion and still having good intentions and your heart being in the right place. I feel like I'm speaking to somebody that has a righteous moral nature. So you have a strong belief system, and those beliefs you try to steer your life by, and it's because you have allowed Spirit to lead your life. You've allowed Spirit to really guide your life through and throughout, good, bad, and indifferent, and you've had to weather, just like all of us, but there's something here specific for you where you've had to weather storms that it's like, thank God you don't look like what you've been through. And though you may have had moments of weakness throughout your life, that is not a true testament of your strength. And it feels like those moments of weakness that you've had throughout your life, people may have looked at you as incompetent or incapable. They may have took that weakness for granted or took that weakness as softness. And time again, you have shown up and shown out and proved to each and every person that you can rise above each and every occasion or each and every brick that's been thrown your way, and it doesn't stop you and it doesn't pull you back and it doesn't prevent you from going forward. It's like a phoenix that truly does rise from the ashes, and that's just not a statement. It feels like it's a true testament of your life. Village is coming to mind as well. I don't know if this is in your real life where you have a village of people that congregate around you, that love on you, that pour into you, people that you can go to that trust you or that you trust, or this is like your village of angels, because it reminds me just as an example of a celebrity, because they have all of this worth or this value, or because, if you will, they're the bag, right? They have to be protected by bodyguards. They have to be protected by security. That's the same energy. That's why I go back to this village energy for you here, Leo, because it feels like by you being the chosen one, you are needing to be protected. And if you don't have those people in your reality or in your 3D, this feels like from the other side, angels that have looked out for you. And that's why I go back to thank God you don't look like what you've been through, because even though you've gotten close to falling over the ledge, it's like Spirit never let you fully go over. You may have gotten close to being burnt alive, but Spirit never let you get fully cooked. You know, there's always that angel waiting in the wings to come in and protect you or save you, whether, again, this are actually people in your life, again, somebody a part of your village, whether this is a best friend, a family member, a sibling, a loved one, a spouse, a lover, or it's literally maybe your passed away loved one, your passed away friend, family member. The color orange, specifically tangerine, the color orange is coming to mind. Tell me more. What else? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on here on a tangent, but I'm just feeling the energy very strong. Because again, your joy is getting ready to disturb somebody's demons. It feels like you're in a period of, it's not necessarily intermission, but Spirit is giving you a break. It feels like you just came out of a period, or you're coming through a period of having to climb up a mountain. You're having to deal with circumstances that may have been difficult, whether your finances have been an issue, whether your living situation has been an issue, your love life, even maybe your career, your job. It's like you've been fighting up a storm. You've been fighting against the tide by yourself. Even if you've had people in your corner, you had to do all of the work. You were the one that had to carry all of the heavy weight of it. You were the one that had to be stressed out or worried or concerned or trying to figure out what to do, how to move, how do you even figure out situations, even if you felt gridlock and you didn't have an answer, but you had to find a way out of no way, and you don't know where the hell that way is going to come, but you sure did make a way for yourself. Sorry. I'm still dealing with a little bit of respiratory issues, so just forgive me. But you had to make a way out of no way. And that's where, for you here, you're getting this break period of being able to now just enjoy. Whether you're now coming into a season of being able to celebrate maybe a new relationship. You're coming into a season of maybe you finally have gotten that job or that position, or maybe you're able to move or relocate. Or even maybe you've gotten to a place of being so content with yourself, because again, by you being the chosen one, you had to understand who you were and understand yourself. Even when you didn't understand who you were, Spirit understood you. And until you could understand you in the way that Spirit understood you and love you in the way that Spirit loved you, you may have to go through periods of isolations to understand your levels of respect or your levels of boundaries when it comes to others. Maybe you had to go through a period of isolation and cutting yourself off from certain people until you figured out your financial situation, because you can't keep spending money the way you were spending money. Or maybe you had to go through a series of isolation because the career that you were in was either not thriving, not flourishing, or it just was no longer in alignment with you. And until you could understand your worth and what you were actually owed and your value and what is in alignment with your value, Spirit had to put you in a season of isolation to work through those things. What do you deserve in love? What do you deserve in your finances? What do you deserve when it comes to your living situation? And even how other people treat you, your friends, family, and even people that are acquaintances. And now that you're coming out of having to not only come through a season of self-realization and awareness, it almost feels like hyper-awareness. So maybe you were in the season of isolation for a bit longer than you wanted to or even expected to be. Even if you were still out doing your things in the world, you may have just felt alone, soulfully, spiritually. Now, as we're moving through that, you're coming to a place where finally you're in an upswing. You get some kind of upswing, or just even at the baseline, just finding contentment and peace with yourself, because now you understand who you are. You're okay with who you are. You are okay with your circumstances. You've moved to a place of acceptance and peace to be able to understand I'm okay with where I'm at. And it feels like Spirit, now that you're in this position, Spirit's letting you take a break, because what's going to happen is after you move out of the season of being able to be in joy and just take a breather and being able to be happy about a new circumstance that's coming into your life. I want to look into what that new circumstance is. There's people around you, whether these are people that you know personally or just people that you're coming across in your society, in your day-to-day life, that through your joy, it's disturbing their demons because they're not in the same level of elation, contentment, peace, or even happiness that you are. Maybe they're going through their mountains. Maybe they're having to go through their journeys and their own dark nights of the soul, while you're out of that season for the time being and being able to thrive and just finally feel alive and feel like the sun is shining on you and no longer dealing with rain clouds and storms. But because they're not fully there yet, it's like they can't be happy for you. Because they're not fully there yet, they can't really thrive and bask in the energy of your happiness. So this may be a person, or it could be potentially people, but I'm just going to keep it easy and say it's a person. This could be a person that, that may be harsh on you right now, that may be talking shit behind your back or even to your face, somebody that's giving you issues, somebody that's being combative, somebody that is being disagreeable, or even on the flip side of that, maybe they're pulling back their energy, maybe not talking to you as much, becoming silent on you. Why? Because you're thriving in your energy and they're not. And you're a trigger for somebody, but that's not your fault, especially when you were the one that's a chosen one and you were called and you answered that call because you have such an alignment with Spirit that not only when Spirit calls you forward, you listen, but you also know how to receive those messages and speak back to Spirit. Not a lot of people can. And not a lot of people, even if they have that ability, nor do they utilize it. But because you have that and you've shown time and time and time again that you are going to keep going and you are going to keep thriving and doing what you need to do, not only for yourself, but in the sense of helping others and being there for others, you have a genuine spirit. It reminds me, not to bring astrology into this, but it reminds me of like like a Gemini moon or a Jupiter. I'm just getting those energies, Gemini and Jupiter energy, just very much so. You're in your energy and you are very lighthearted in your energy. But nonetheless, Leo, I want to see, what is this? I'm sorry, I don't mean to get off the cards, but I just want to see, what is this energy about? This new 5 of Swords coming out for you in the reverse. What is this new thing coming in? 9 of Swords. You know dark days and you know hard times. I don't remember what song that's from, but that's the lyric I'm specifically getting. You know dark days, you know hard times. You really do. You've been through it. You've been through it. And that's not your fault that finally you're getting a break. And mind you, this break period that you're in is not gonna last forever, because it's almost like a recharging period, right? You've been through your storm, you just came out of a storm, now you get a breather. Some of you are getting ready to come out of that storm, so I'm just prepping you in advance that you're getting ready to come into your season of jubilation, right? Of joy, of being elated, of just even being content or at peace with yourself, where you just are accepting of the world and your circumstances as is, and that's bringing you joy, that's bringing you peace. Because now you have a better understanding or a better sense of yourself and who you are as a man or a woman. I just feel for you though. I feel for you. I feel for you though. Because other people don't understand it. People, you know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of like an underdog. You've been the underdog. And as somebody that's been an underdog, as somebody who's been through a lot. Again, just like all of us, but it's like when you're going through it, other people, I don't know if they just can't accept or believe that finally Leo's getting a break, finally, or Leo's now getting that relationship or that home, or their finances are looking. There's something that feels almost surreal, but it's not you feeling surreal about the change that's happening to you. It's other people. It's like, why you and not them? Why is it happening to you but not them? Why are they constantly having to keep going through the struggle, but Leo's getting this break, or Leo's having this high? When is it my turn? Somebody's projecting their bullshit onto you. Please be careful. I'm sorry. Somebody's projecting their insecurities onto you. Somebody's projecting their feelings of inadequacy onto you. There's a weird complex that's here. So be mindful of the backhanded compliments. Be mindful of the people that they may be smiling in your face, but the eyes will always tell you their true intentions. Their eyes will always tell you their true feelings. So if they're smiling in your face, but they look dead in the eyes, that's enough to tell you, hey, they're not truly happy for you, even though you're happy, even though you're thriving. This may also be a person that may be giving critiques or opinions or giving their thoughts out of the basis of love, where I'm just looking out for you, or I care about you, but it's either advice or opinions that may be contradictory to where you're going, or that may not benefit you, that may not truly be helpful to you, that actually may be detrimental. But it's because they're coming from a place of lack and you're coming from a place of thriving. And they're what's happening in their life, the fact that things may not be on the up and up at this time, and doesn't mean that their time in the sun won't come, but because it's not coming at the same time that yours is coming, and they have to sit on the bench and watch you shine right now, or just be at a really great place, for them, they feel like it's not fair. Why is life not fair? Why is this happening? It's always me. But they don't know the dark nights. They don't. Again, you know dark days. You know hard times. I can't even think of what song that comes from, but you do. And it's about damn time. Can you tell me what this new thing is about? What is this new thing about? The Temperance in the reverse, the 7 of Swords in the reverse, the 9 of Cups. This is something that you've really either prayed for this, Leo. You've prayed for this. I don't even feel like this goes into manifestation territory. This feels like a conversation between you and God, or you and spirit, whatever you believe as a higher entity or force for you. This is like that. This isn't writing down. This is like when times get tough and the light is looking really bleak. Forget the manifestation. I need to go talk to God. That's this. Like, this is something that you really have, like, that has put you in a spot of like difficulty. This is like a struggle that you didn't know how you were going to get out of, or an event that happened to you that you weren't expecting, but it may have turned your life upside down. Something that just came out of left field, like as an example, and I'm not throwing me or my energy into this, but like a health crisis, right? A health crisis that just comes out the blue, and it's like, holy shit, my world is now upside down right now. Or maybe a family matter or a financial issue where now it's like, oh my God, how am I gonna pay rent, or how am I gonna do this, or my job is, this is happening, and will I still keep this position, or I just caught my fiance or partner with this, and now what? It's something, it's either something has thrown your life out of whack, or this has been a circumstance you've been dealing with for some time now that has just been very heavy. But you've always tried to find a way to keep your spirits light. So even in the face or in the public of other people, you never let your difficulty show. You never let your struggle show. You never let your worry or your concern show to other people. You had to keep a brave face. You had to keep up appearances. And it doesn't feel like for a specific reason, but I just think that pride, that ego, and that strength within you, which at times, Leo, I'm gonna be honest, can be at your own detriment, but also can be very much so at your own benefit, especially when you don't want other people in your business, because there is a sense of like privacy here when you don't really want people in your business of something that's so vulnerable. There's a feeling of not wanting to look weak, not wanting to feel weak in front of others, still wanting to feel strong, wanting to feel like I got it. It takes me back to that meme with the dog that was in the room with the fire around in the room, and the dog's like, I'm fine, and everything else is on fire. That's how you've been moving through having to climb up this mountain and this difficulty. And now it's like, finally I get to take off the mask. Finally I get to take off the facade and actually genuinely be happy and not just show it or fake it. Just so other people aren't concerned or worried about me. Just so that way other people aren't thinking that something's going on or getting all in my business. It's like there's a part of you that really didn't want to open up vulnerably or let people into that vulnerable experience that you're having to go through. Maybe you told 1 or 2 or 3 people that were really close to you that you really have that bond with, if you have those type of people in your life, but otherwise you didn't tell anybody. It's like you had to keep it on. So now that you get to take the mask off, and it's like, it almost feels like, wait, is this life? Is this really life? Is this really happening to me? Is this really, wait, this ain't a joke. I'm not being punked. Ashton Kutcher is not about to come out the blue and be like, hey, we got you. Like, this is really real life. There's that feeling of it. It doesn't feel surreal because you know this is something that you and Spirit talked about, or you and God talked about, and you know that this was something that's a part of your path. You've always felt it, or you knew in your soul alignment that if it was something that came out the blue that kind of turned your life upside down, this situation was not meant to define you, and this situation was not meant to be something that hindered your life. And this is why we may have went to God or went to Spirit and had this talk, that one-on-one, when we may have been going through a dark hour. And now it's happening, and it's like kind of, you expect it because you had those conversations, but it's like, it's really here though in this moment. It's really happening right now. It's almost a little overwhelming emotionally. But you're on assignment. And you just came out of one assignment, and now it's time to celebrate what you just came out of. Through the blessings, through getting that job, because it's not telling me specifically. So that lets me know either 1 or 2 things. Either this is something very personal between you and Spirit that y'all are just going to keep between y'all, or this is something that for you may not be comfortable with sharing, or because it is just a general reading, it could be 1 in a million different things for every single one of you. So it's not telling me specifically. I'm gonna just be transparent about that, but it is letting me know that there is something here that you have covered and coveted and just prayed over intensely, beyond belief. And now you're being able to thrive in it. But this break that you're getting to be able to thrive in it, it's a break to recharge, because you are going to have to go back into the battlefield as a chosen one. You are always going to be called to rise up to the occasion as a chosen one. So though you're going to be in this season for some time of just relaxing and jubilation and joy, just like life has its ebbs and flows, and what comes up must goes down, right? And the next battle that you're gonna have to go into, it's not, again, to punish you or take away that moment of living in the sun. It's to prepare you and get you set up for the next level that you're going to go into, which is going to bring you further joy than the period that you're in right now. Each new level requires new strength. And to build that new strength, just like strength training, you got to stretch and build that muscle. You got to break the muscle down and rebuild it. And that's what's going to happen. But until that period comes, which of course I'm going to be here and we're going to work through it. You know I got your back. We're going to talk through the energies. For now, this is for you to enjoy. And I'll tell you, anyone that is around you where their energy is disturbed by your blessings, by your time in the sun, after it's been well deserved and well earned after the bull you had to go through, You have to reevaluate the people that's around you. You need to audit the places you go to, the circles you hang out with, the people that is in your vicinity. If they cannot truly be happy for you, whether it's in, you can see it in the eyes, you can see it in their actions, the backhanded compliments or jokes, or just them not even showing as much support, even them falling away from you, audit that. Because as you go into the next battle, you don't want to take that energy in to that next battle, because those are the people that will be joyous while you're going through your storms, because you'll be in the storm with them. Right? Misery loves company. Be careful of that. Leo, I just want to tell you here, you finally, that's all I can say. I just want you to enjoy this moment and embrace in it. I did get to the cards, but I'm gonna be honest, a lot of that was just channeled straight from spirit. So I hope this has helped and resonated. If it did resonate with you, leave a comment in the description box below. Also, if you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description box below as well. I just want to thank you again, nonetheless, for all of the love you have sent me through me recovering physically and with my health. I'm in great spirits due to you guys and just praying over me every single day. I love y'all. I'll be all right. Just like y'all be all right. We gonna be all right. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.